Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2, and I'm back in again with another episode review. I just recently watched MLP Made in Manehatten, and the cutie map again is integral in this episode, and Coco Palmel is brought again to the forefront. And she had been mentioned before, but I couldn't think of her name, and I thought, yeah, they're gonna bring her back in. Well, my my prediction was correct. And she had been involved with this revival that her friend Charity had begun in this town that revealed Charity's origins and how she had come to the town, and her couture and all that. And interestingly enough, it was really an excellent episode, and you got to see how the dynamic of Rarity and Applejack actually worked to bring the community together. Spoiler alert, but it was one of the better episodes, I thought. I think that they did a really excellent job, and I felt kind of sorry for Twilight, but Twilight took it in stride, and she understood that there was a purpose as to why the map had called them, and why their cutie marks were glowing. And of course, Rarity realized that, and I still think that Rarity is ADD, because she's always getting distracted by people committing fashion disasters or becoming mocked because of the bad choices that they make. But it's so funny. There are a lot of things in this episode that made me laugh, and it was extremely well done. It was tremendous, and seeing two ponies that are like foils for one another, like night and day. One represents generosity, one represents honesty, and one is more lavish and one is more modest. And interestingly enough, the two complement each other in their extremes, and it's really, I thought it was really quite interesting to see how well they work together. And even when they felt like the whole situation was hopeless, they didn't give up. And Applejack, yeah, I thought, yeah, Applejack had to get Rarity to snap out of her funk. She was feeling kind of desperate and down on her luck, and Coco probably was feeling a bit you could see that she was really overwhelmed and really above her head in everything that she was doing in the park, and realized that it was far too big of a a project to be done. But in the end, they realized that if they do this in such a way that they can make it happen without being big, bold, grand, and overly showy, they can still do it. And it was such it was a great moral, ethical lesson, and it showed that even with a small act such as that, and bringing into remembrance the tradition that brought the community together, and I think that actually that solution could solve a lot of problems. And there are a lot of communities that they don't really communicate. they don't really get along, and there are a lot of problems. And of course, that is one good way to make people realize just the good attributes, the great traits that everybody has, and giving somebody a place to belong. And that's what community is all about. And I think that was the main lesson of this episode, and they did such a great job, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the next one. So until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, tutti.